My vote rocks. My vote rocks. My vote rocks. Hello and welcome to My Vote Rocks. We've been trying to figure out what young India thinks about a whole range of subjects, from politics to love to life to society. And today, sports. What do they think about sports? How important is it for them? We've of course got some fantastic guests whom I'm going to introduce in just a couple of minutes. But also this entire audience out here of young people, many of them sportsmen, I believe. So get your flags ready. How many of you would say that sports is one of the most important things in your life? All of you. My God, that's really sporty. Can you put that down? Let me ask you again. Playing sports or watching sports? Do you actually play sports on a daily basis? Playing sports for all of you. All right, and this is a really sporty audience. Let me just try and get some sense of some of them. I know some of the kids out here have actually been really doing well at an international level. Why is sports important to you?
So sports is very important to me because it changes your character. You develop a very strong character. You get time management, discipline, motivation, and sports is very important.
Okay, because I think most of you here in the audience are, in any case, sporty by nature, I want to ask you, are you guys slightly different from everyone else in your colleges or schools, or is everyone like you?
Because sports is actually a getaway from a hectic schedule of studies and all. So if I'm too tensed about studying, I'll watch match or I'll go and play some kind of sport. So it is a getaway for me.
So increasingly people are still playing sports and not just spending all their time on Facebook. I mean, let's be honest out here. Okay, quick snap poll out here. If all your friends had to pick between Facebook and sports, how many of them would pick sports? Not you, your friends. How many of them would pick sports over Facebook? The entire table says that Facebook is more important than sports. Let me ask you why. Now you're being honest out here, right? So for all of you, Facebook will be more important than sports.
Hi to everybody. The thing is, everybody does not get into sports because they do not play it. They rather be good at watching it, but they'll be good in Facebook because they'll get to interact with people, and they're kind of you can say couch potatoes.
Okay, so they're all couch potatoes or laptop potatoes, as the case might be, and that's an interesting point. But okay, let me start diving into the questions, and let me welcome the really, really special guest that we've got out here. For starters, sitting right out here, it's such a privilege to have you with us. Krishna Punia, India discus thrower, we've all seen her. She's made us all so proud of her. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप हमारे साथ थी. And also a really big hand for Akhil. Akhil, anybody who doesn't cheer for him, I'm going to get him to thump you. So Akhil Kumar, of course, boxer, we've all seen him, and it's a privilege to have him here with us. Arunama Sinha is with us as well. Here she is the country's first amputee to conquer Mount Everest. So please put your hands together for her. It's really great to have you with us. Parimajan Negi is a chess grandmaster. So I mean, chess has been one of the sports that India has, of course, been doing really well with. So great that you could be with us. Viren Raskunia, right out here, former hockey player for India. So Viren, wonderful that you could be with us. We are being joined from Chandigarh by Kunain Abbas, whom all of you who watched the TUCC last year will remember him, the absolutely fantastic performances that he put up. Kunain, how's it been going with you? TUCC, after the TUCC, how much time are you getting for cricket?
It's been amazing.
You continuing to score runs?
I'm getting a lot of time for cricket now.
Okay.
Yes, I'm doing that.
Okay. And of course, Nikhil Naz, NDTV's own Nikhil Naz, who was one of the youngest. You were one of the youngest sports anchors when we put you on. Now, of course, all of us are middle-aged.
No, I'd like to believe I'm still very young.
I mean, in comparison to me, you are. But, you know, still, let's all be honest. Okay, fine. Let's carry on. I want to actually ask all of you first, कि what is the importance? Sports क्या महत्व रखता है और क्या महत्व रखना चाहिए sports को देश में?
सबसे पहले तो कहना चाहूँगी कि फिजिकली हमारे लिए हेल्थ के लिए ही सबसे पहले ज़रूरी है, और फिर दूसरा ये है कि एक बच्चे की बेसिक ज़रूरत है जो कि स्कूल में ज़रूरी होनी चाहिए, बच्चों के साथ नहीं है, और उसको हम कैरियर बना सकते हैं और अपने देश का नाम रोशन कर सकते हैं और सेलिब्रिटी हो सकते हैं। जैसे फेसबुक पे आपने बताया कि आप गेट टुगेदर होना चाहते हैं और आप अच्छे स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन हैं, तो पूरे इंडिया से, पूरे वर्ल्ड से गेट टुगेदर हो सकते हैं।
Okay. Akhil?
समाज के निर्माण के लिए स्पोर्ट्स का बहुत महत्व है। स्वामी विवेकानंद जी ने भी कहा था कि गीता पढ़ने से पहले फुटबॉल खेलो। तो जब तक शरीर स्वस्थ नहीं रहेगा हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए अच्छा खाओ, अच्छा सोचो और फिट रहो। जब हम फिट रहेंगे तो ही अपने लक्ष्य को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। और आज के टाइम के अंदर नाम और दाम स्पोर्ट्स से अच्छा मिलता है और हर किसी को चाहिए। सही बात है ना? बस।
Okay. Viren? So your advice to young people out here, split your time equitably between Facebook and going out and actually playing something?
For me, I think outdoor physical sport is really important, and unfortunately, I don't really agree with the poll over here. I'm glad to see that most of the kids over here say that sport is an integral part of their life. But the reality of the matter is that in India, yes, we are a nation of couch potatoes, and people only watch sport, they don't play sport. But I think sport teaches you so many life lessons that it has to be an integral part of our curriculum in schools. Especially team sports, because let's face it, none of us do work in isolation. We all work in part of a team, and team sports really builds character.
So Viren, to be fair, I mean, the people out here are all sporty, right, by nature. It's pre-selection, that's why they're here on this show. But that's why I did ask them, what do your friends do? And the friends' answer was very different.
Absolutely,
Most of our friends are spending their time, as they said, on just sitting and being couch potatoes. So that's the way you are. Arunima, आपको क्या लगता है?
बिल्कुल, इससे कॉन्फिडेंस भी हमारे अंदर आता है कि अगर ये चीज़ें कहीं भी लगता है कि अगर हम नहीं कर सकते तो, लेकिन अगर स्पोर्ट्स हम कर रहे हैं तो उससे कॉन्फिडेंस अपने अंदर डेवलप
और आपने अपनी जिंदगी में भी यही देखा होगा, लोग आपसे कहते होंगे कि आप कैसे माउंट एवरेस्ट पे चढ़ पाएंगे?
कुछ लोगों ने तो मुझे पागल कहना सोचा, लेकिन हम तो कहते हैं कि किसी अपने जो आपका टारगेट है उसके प्रति पागलपन जरूरी है, क्योंकि जब तक आप पागल नहीं होंगे तब तक कुछ करने। बिल्कुल, कुछ लोगों ने बोला, लेकिन आज उन्हीं पागल को हमने थैंक्स भी बोला वहाँ से एवरेस्ट समिट पे भी बोला कि अगर उन्होंने वो चीज़ें नहीं बोली होती तो शायद मेरे अंदर वो आग नहीं पैदा होती।
हाँ बिल्कुल सही, मैं एग्री हूँ आपसे। देखिए स्पोर्ट्स एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो हार कर आपको जीतना सिखाता है, और काफ़ी मामलों में खास करके स्टडी में मैंने देखा कि 1% भी आपकी परसेंटेज कम रह जाती है तो आप सुसाइड कर लेते हैं। और स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन ऐसा है कि वो मेंटली इतना स्ट्रांग होता है कि हर परिस्थिति से लड़ने के लिए तैयार रहता है।
मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ की बात करें तो then you really come in because your sport is really all in the mind. Literally.
I think not just chess, but every game it's a character building exercise, and not everybody can reach the top, of course, but once you have pursued something with that passion, I think it really defines who you are later on in life.
Okay. So, early comments done. Before I come to Kunin and Nikhil, I just want to say, let's get into the very first question. Which is the one big sport that's India's strength, right? And, okay, any prizes for guessing? Nikhil, what percentage, what do you think, Nikhil? Which one?
India's strength? I'd say cricket, and you know, I love all sports. Before I say cricket, I'd like to issue a disclaimer. I love every sport.
You haven't seen the poll results. So what percentage do you think of the opinion poll would have said cricket?
I'd say 65%, more than 65%.
More than 65%.
Yeah.
Any other guesses out here?
But that's if they're honest.
What did you say? You said more than 85 would have said cricket.
Perhaps more than 95.
You think more than 85, 90 would have said cricket?
The only reason I said 65 is, you know, voting on a website and actually believing in what you vote for are two different things. So he may, a person would watch more of cricket and feel that proud of the cricket team, but when it comes to vote, he may not really do that necessarily.
Okay, so let's see what they did.
Fashionable to vote for football or say Formula 1 or whatever.
So let's see what they actually did, right? So this is one of the questions we put out on that opinion poll. Remember, opinion poll done among urban youth by Hansa Research, one of the biggest opinion polls of the young. What do they feel? Which sport is India's strength? 87% said cricket. 87% said cricket. Hockey, 3%. Tennis, 2%. Now, before I ask everyone else to comment on that, Kunain, what do you feel? Cricket, 87%. Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't surprise me actually. You know, you see a lot of people watching now. You see Champions League, you have IPL, you have almost so many tournaments back to back. You just have 2 days break or 1 week break, and then cricket. It is everywhere you watch cricket. But it doesn't mean that other sports is sidelined. I'm sure in the way you people are encouraging sports, I'm sure the other sports as well will come into picture very soon.
Vikram, if I could make a point on the poll, what's really surprising is there's no mention of shooting or wrestling. I would say that there are strengths.
Shooting, wrestling, boxing, these are the areas where India actually does. Well, you know, football, India's strength is not really in football. India's strength is not in football. There may be a lot of, in fact, I'm going to ask all you kids that, you know, there may be a lot of people who are playing football, but it's not India's strength. But Akhil, क्या आपको इस रिजल्ट से थोड़ा ताज्जुब होता है? क्योंकि अगर आप देखेंगे, जहां इंडिया को मेडल्स मिलते हैं, जहां इंडिया की ताकत एक तरह से है, आजकल ज्यादातर रेसलिंग में है, बॉक्सिंग में है, एथलेटिक्स में बहुत से मेडल्स मिलते हैं, क्रिकेट में मेडल्स नहीं मिल सकते हैं, पर आपको क्या लगता है कि इंक्रीजिंगली इंडिया की स्ट्रेंथ ऐसे स्पोर्ट्स में है?
देखो, मैं हैरान तो नहीं हूँ इस चीज़ से। हर कोई क्रिकेट को लाइक करता है, हम लोग भी ऐसे थे भाई, क्रिकेट में मतलब गलियों में क्रिकेट खेलते थे। तो क्रिकेट की कोई गलती नहीं है, हम लोगों की गलती है कि हम लोग ओलंपिक जैसे स्पोर्ट्स को बढ़ावा नहीं दे रहे हैं। अभी जैसे चेस के ग्रैंड मास्टर मुझसे मिले तो मैं उनको पहचान नहीं पाया। मैंने उनसे पूछा कि आप भी स्पोर्ट्स से हो, तो कहने का मतलब ये कि हमारी कमियां हैं, हम क्रिकेट को नहीं कह सकते। क्रिकेट के बहाने लोगों का टाइम पास हो रहा है, इंटरटेनमेंट हो रहा है, फिजिकली थोड़े बहुत तो फिट हो ही रहे हैं। ऐसी बात तो है नहीं क्रिकेट खराब है, क्रिकेट भी अच्छा है। लेकिन दूसरे स्पोर्ट्स को हमारा ही काम है, इन युवाओं का ही काम है जो अपने आप को युवा बोलते हैं कि भाई वो बदलें।
तो ठीक है, you feel that maybe, I mean, there's a strong case to say chess is India's strength. Look at the way Vishwanathan Anand has been doing.
Well, I think in the last 10 years, chess has come up really well, but it's a really young sport in India to really claim to be one of the top
So not yet
sports.
India's strength. Viren, hockey, what happened to hockey? Hockey used to be our one big strength, and there's still some dispute as to whether it is officially our national sport or not. But hockey used to be the big sport. Is it going to reverse the slide?
There's no dispute. It is our national sport, but yes,
RTI actually, some RTI survey said that maybe it isn't anymore. So you know.
हमें भी 100 के द्वारा ही पता लगा कि हॉकी अपना नेशनल गेम नहीं है, नहीं तो हम सभी यही सोच रहे थे नेशनल गेम है।
There's some RTI has put some question in it.
Okay. But yeah, there's definitely there's no dispute about the fact that we have fallen down a lot in the last few decades, and you know it's a combination of of variety reasons. Many people ask me why has hockey gone down over the years, and you can't pinpoint one particular factor. It's a variety of reasons. The game has progressed by leaps and bounds across the world, but we have not kept pace with latest training methods, latest coaching techniques. There's been a lot of problems in administration. The nature of the game is such that it's become much more physical, fitness drive. It's gone away from the skill aspect to a more physical, fitness-oriented sport, and that's where naturally India and Pakistan will always suffer. And unless we are not organized in all our sports, unless there's good management and administration federations, we will always find it tough to keep pace with a sport like cricket, which has really done wonderful in terms of their management.
So, और अगर आप एथलेटिक्स जैसे स्पोर्ट्स को देखेंगे तो एक तरह से वो इंडिया जैसे कंट्री में सबसे आसान है, कोई भी भाग सकता है, कोई भी दौड़ सकता है, कहीं भी कर सकता है, किसी भी मैदान में, पर अभी तक वो स्तर हमें नहीं मिला है। एशियन लेवल पे पर हमें मेडल्स मिलते हैं, कॉमनवेल्थ में मेडल्स मिलते हैं, पर ओलंपिक्स में मेडल मिलने अभी मुश्किल है।
देखिए बिल्कुल ठीक बात है आपकी, कहीं पे दौड़ सकते हैं लेकिन थ्रो कहीं नहीं कर सकते, जंप कहीं नहीं कर सकते, आपको उसके लिए इक्विपमेंट की जरूरत रहेगी, स्टेडियम की जरूरत रहेगी।
डिस्कस जैसे स्पोर्ट्स में इक्विपमेंट चाहिए होता है।
हाँ, इक्विपमेंट चाहिएगा और आपको एक फील्ड भी चाहिएगा कि वो पीपल ना हो वहाँ पे, आप फेंको किसी का सिर फोड़ रहे हो तो ऐसे नहीं कर सकते।
कर तो सकते हैं, करते भी हैं, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं। क्रिकेट खेलते समय भी आप किसी का सर फोड़ सकते हैं।
देखिए मेरे कहने का मतलब है कि थोड़ा इजी है, बेटर देन लाइक शूटिंग में आप लेंगे तो एक्सपेंसिव है उनके, और हर आदमी की पहुंच में है। एथलेटिक, बॉक्सिंग, रेसलिंग, ये कुछ गेम ऐसे हैं जो आम आदमी तक की पहुंच में है, पर हमें उसको ऊपर लाने के लिए जरूरत है उस लेवल तक के कोचेज तैयार करना। बच्चों को वही सिखाएंगे, उनका मेंटल लेवल भी ऊंचा होगा तो वो बच्चों का मेंटल लेवल ऊंचा कर सकते हैं। सबसे पहले तो कोचेज का इम्प्रूवमेंट चाहिए, उसके बाद ये कंपलसरी सब्जेक्ट होना चाहिए, बहुत सारी चीजें हैं इम्प्रूवमेंट करने के लिए।